What's up, guys? Zach with Grip It Customs. I just wanted to bring in a video real quick. Just a couple little pointers, some stuff to practice on. Just, starting out kind of in your garage type thing, working on your own guns. I do have my FFL, so I can ship and receive. And if this is something you don't feel comfortable doing, there are a lot of great companies out there that you can ship your stuff to and have it done. I'd love it if you would send it to me and give me an opportunity to do it. But if it's something you just want to try at home or practice, there are a lot of videos on stippling. Some I plan on doing more. They get more in depth with stuff. But if you just want to kind of start out and practice, all of us who own an AR typically have these Pmags laying around. Now this polymer is more like the equivalent of stippling a polymer 80, not the same texture or polymer as a Glock. Glocks are a little bit softer, but this would be about like stippling a P80. As far as a soldering iron, there are some companies out there you can get these from. OT Defense sells tips and little kits and soldering irons. I'm not sure what brand it is. I think it's like a yellow one. This one I believe I picked up at, I'm trying to think now. I've lost my train of thought. One of the like Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But this is where I picked it up at, I believe, was Hobby Lobby. It's a walnut hollow 25 watt. It's worked great for me. I've got a new one, and it's a little more sophisticated than this one, but I tend to always revert back to this one. The threads are getting a little stripped in there, so tips are kind of not wanting to screw in too tight, but it still works. Anyway, so yeah. These mags here, like I said, equivalent to stippling a polymer 80. One thing, I mean, you can do like a random dot, just start anywhere and just kind of randomly place dots. You see a lot that are like in a line, and I don't typically like the looks of that. Things don't quite line up right. I really like the randomness, but I also don't do a whole lot of dots. I do, a lot of guys do it, and I call it squiggle. I think other guys call it lava, and it looks different if you use different size tips. But what I typically do, when cutting my borders, I always come back in with the soldering iron, and I will just run straight down and create a border against my border, which obviously this is just the border on the Pmag, not something I created. But this is typically what I do to help protect the border. I did not come up with this. Originally, I would just like, when I would do my little squiggles, which consist of this, I would just always go up to like this. And it works fine. But I do find that it looks a little cleaner and nicer if you just create a border first all the way around just by dragging the polymer up to that wall, just like that. It's a little awkward. I don't quite have a very good setup here. But you just work right on down, staying close to your border that you already have there. And I typically try to start and pull towards me. I'm just trying to get it on camera, so it's a hard angle. But typically I'll try to do it like this. that nice clean line. On a gun, on a frame, if you're doing it, if your borders aren't recessed enough or real deep and you're doing this, I find that it will roll up evenly or over the top of your existing border, and it looks kind of janky, and you end up having to kind of just scrape it off with your fingernail, and then it don't look very good. So make sure your borders are recessed enough. Like I said, these are almost about right already, and it's just a Pmag. So now that you have done that, that random squiggy I was talking about, squiggly, is I just start in, and it's almost just kind of making S's, circle. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. Just a random. Almost looks like, I don't know, brains or something. You never want to go too deep. You never want to punch through your polymer, especially on a gun, on a frame. And like I said, this is like the equivalent of doing a P80. This is about exactly how a P80 will stipple, how the polymer kind of burns. I think it's like probably just got some like more fiberglass in it maybe when they do it. I'm not exactly sure how they produce that polymer or make it. Now I'm just going back over the dots that I was showing you earlier. And there's so many different patterns you can do. Some are hard. Some guys are real good at basket weave. Some do like this like fish scale look. Like I said, there are a lot of guys out there who do some really good work. This is one of my, I wouldn't say my favorite pattern. It's definitely easy and quick to do, but mainly it's a great texture. Easy to clean if you get it dirty, and easy to do. And it's like I said, it's quick. You want to get you like a brass brush too to keep the tips clean. I would go with brass, not like a steel. Brass is a lot more gentle on the tip of your iron here. And I'm not pushing very hard. I'm just kind of lightly going. You can apply a little bit of pressure, but I don't want to go too deep. And like I said, it's good to practice on these Pmags. It is not like doing a Glock, but it is, like I said, real similar to a P80. And so not only are you getting in some practice, but now, I mean, we all know how they're slippery. I mean, they're slick, but you add a little texture to them, and it's nice. So you can always go in and kind of fix where it looks not so random, almost like a straight line. You can go in and just kind of move it around, fix it. But yeah, that's it. Not too long of a video, but I'd like to get more into it. But like I said, when I get some more time, guys, I want to post some more videos and show you a few more things. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned from YouTube. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned on my own. So I plan on sharing all that with you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up or a share. I appreciate it. And again, if you need any kind of work like this done, I'll do your Pmags. I'll do anything that's polymer. I'll do it. So just give me a shout. Grip It Customs on Facebook, Grip It Customs on Instagram, or you can shoot me an email at gripitcustoms@yahoo.com. Thanks, guys.